Hello classmates, this is Sahar Medihandi from Group 7. I was assigned to report the third teaching strategy, which is the indirect instruction. As we imagine standing in front of our students, we observe their differences and think, what are the other ways that we can teach them? Students learn in so many ways. They may be able to learn through listening, asking questions, reading, and experimenting. In this video, we will know that students may also learn through a student-centered approach to teaching, called indirect instruction or indirect teaching. Let's define first what is indirect instruction. Indirect instruction is a student-led learning process in which the lesson doesn't come directly from the teacher. Instead, it is student-centered. The key is to have students actively engage in the learning process, making inquiries, using critical thinking skills to resolve problems, and testing hypotheses for validation. This high level of active student involvement strengthens the connections to the learned concepts. Also, indirect instruction is based on the philosophy of constructivism, which states that people derive meaning from their own experiences. Here, for example, students draw upon their experiences and pose questions to better understand or form meaningful connections with the course material. So as future educators, how do we facilitate indirect instruction? What is our role and how do we make sure instruction is taking place? So we have to remember, in indirect instruction, the role of the teacher shifts from lecture director to that of facilitator, supporter, and resource person. The teacher arranges the learning environment, provides opportunities for student involvement, and when appropriate, provides feedback to students while they conduct the inquiry. Here, in this strategy, our task as teachers is to ask our students questions to provoke their thinking, imagination, and thought organizing skills. This strategy also includes organizing content, student self-evaluation, and group discussions. Here are the examples of indirect instruction methods to use: problem solving, reading for meaning, inquiry or guided inquiry, reflective discussion, writing to inform, closed procedure, concept formation, concept mapping, concept attainment, and case studies. For instance, in English subject, we use closed procedure method in teaching vocabulary to students. The closed procedure is a technique for omitting words from a passage so that the reader will utilize his or her background experience, knowledge of syntax, vocabulary, interest, and generally higher order thinking skills to fill in the blank and complete the thought. This reinforces English language structures and enhances students' reading skills and metalinguistic skills. So why use indirect instruction? Indirect instruction takes advantage of students' interest and curiosity, often encouraging them to generate alternatives or solve problems. It is flexible in that it frees students to explore diverse possibilities and reduces the fear associated with the possibility of giving incorrect answers. Indirect instruction also fosters creativity and the development of interpersonal skills and abilities. Students often achieve a better understanding of the material and ideas under study and develop the ability to draw on these understandings. Just like any other teaching strategies, indirect instruction has also disadvantages. Indirect instruction is more time-consuming than direct instruction. It is also inappropriate when content memorization and immediate recall are desired. Indirect instruction is not the best way of providing detailed information or encouraging step-by-step skill acquisition. And lastly, teachers relinquish some control and outcomes can be unpredictable and less safe. Therefore, in order for students to achieve optimum benefits during indirect instruction, it may be necessary for the teacher to pre-teach the skills and processes necessary to achieve the intended learning outcomes. Skills and processes include observing, encoding, recalling, classifying, comparing, contrasting, inferring, interpreting data, predicting, elaborating, summarizing, restructuring, and verifying. The indirect instruction strategy can be used by teachers in almost every lesson. This strategy is most appropriate when thinking and personal outcomes and lifelong learning capability are desired, and if the focus is personalized understanding and long-term retention of concepts or generalizations. Lastly, when decisions need to be made or problems need to be solved in the lesson being studied, and when attitudes, values, or interpersonal outcomes are desired. That is all my report about indirect instruction. I hope you learned from the discussion. Thank you so much. God bless us all and keep safe. Bye.